Welcome to another episode of I'm a Black Woman, Yes, I Matter. This is a really special series, a series that is near and dear to my heart. I'm so happy to partner with the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust to highlight and celebrate Black women-owned, led, and founded businesses here in South Florida and beyond. I am privileged to have two awesome sisters, the Dessources sisters, Gasline and Sabine. And I have you guys here because you're in similar industries. You're working together oftentimes. And also, I just love to have sister love. I'm the oldest of four. And so I always love when sisters are out here doing the darn thing. So I will start with Sabine. Can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and your business?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Kumar, for having us on your show. My background, I am a massage therapist and skincare specialist, as well as a spa educator. So, the massage I've been doing for about 18 years, the skincare for 11, and the spa education about 5. So, what led me to doing massage is my mother. She's diabetic, and watching her health kind of deteriorate with traditional medicine, I was like, there has to be another way. And so I ended up taking an alternative course at Miami Dade, which led me to massage, and the rest is history.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for having me again on your show. So grateful to be a part of it. I've been a hairstylist since I'm gonna say 1999. No, actually, since high school. The journey started as a little girl. I would be braiding my dad's fro, and I realized I never really played with my dolls. It was either my sister's hair, my hair, or a cousin's hair that would come over. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And even my dad had a sewing machine that I would try to sew on, but he would never let me get on it. And that's the problem with parents. We need to realize that there's certain things in the household that is a part of our future to help us grow. But moving forward, so I've been braiding since a little girl. I remember 10th grade, my godfather wife asked me to sew her hair. And I was like, I don't know how to sew. And she was like, oh, you're going to learn today. And that journey opened up the airway for me to start sewing hair. So that was my thing. My house was the go-to. Well, our house was the go-to. It would be food because my mom cooked, and they were never disappointed. Our house was the hangout spot. Summertime, stuff of that nature. I would even plan our day. Like I was that girl. So moving forward, after having my daughter, I decided I was walking in the flea market one day, and this lady was like, "I would love for you to come work with us," but I was hesitant. I wasn't sure if that's the route I really wanted to go because I thought I wanted to be a teacher, but I realized at a very young age I had no patience, and they don't get paid a lot. And it helped my sister to be a straight A student. I was the average student. How about that? That's crazy, right? And so in the process, I was like, you know what, let me eventually give the lady a try because she kept calling me. And that was the best Saturday of my life. I made like about 1,000 something dollars. And then from there, the journey opened. I didn't even have time for family. The money was coming at the time. So I was like, is this going to pay my bills? No, so I'm not going. Anything that I didn't feel was beneficial to me, I didn't bother. So that's how my journey started as a hairstylist and braider, and then later on transitioned into wig making.
I love that. And I can attest to the fact that educators do not make much money as a former educator.
Hmm.
So, what motivates you to keep going? So, Gasoline, I'll have you start this one and then Sabine.
What motivates me is because the ability of loving to make women and men look and feel good with practical braid styles, hairstyles, my wig, prime example. So I'm my own walking display. This is a unit that I'm wearing, right? And so we're in a class from South Dade Connections. I met this lady. She called me out the blue and was like, I would like to make an appointment. We're in the same class. And, sometimes you think you're getting prank called or whatever. So I'm like, same class. And what class is this? Just to be certain. And I was like, okay, good. So when would you like to book? She booked her appointment immediately, sent her deposit. I met her today. I was late, you guys. I was late. And I apologize. She was so patient, humble. She didn't even bring it up. I know I was dealing with somebody good. She's a realtor. Shout out to Crystal. And so um, she came in for me to just customize some wigs she ordered online. How about she wound up buying a wig? She seen me, everybody talking about this wig I'm making. That's what made her even more intrigued. And she too suffers from alopecia. So
Mm.
it was a win-win situation today. And I want to say shout out to How to Start Something for that, because even my sister be bugging me like, you need to the wigs you already have, you need to start selling them or do try-ons, and it saved my day. But back to what drives me and motivates me, the customers. I love what I do. Whether they have long hair, thick hair, nothing. It's the transformation for a lush and lavish lifestyle. I bring you to life. I give you confidence, and sometimes I turn them into monsters.
Really funny. Okay, Sabine, what motivates you?
Well, my spiritual life kind of motivates me. I definitely need to be grounded. I need the word. I need the Lord, so he keeps me going. And what I want people to get from me is, in one meeting, I want them to experience the love of God for me as well. So the same love, passion that my sister has, I wanted to, through my actions and how I serve, and um, I like to say that my hands speak for themselves. So I enjoy making people feel good, especially if it's their first massage,
Mm.
because until you get a massage, you don't really understand like the dynamics of what's going on in your body. It like wakes you up to you. So I enjoy maybe making people feel good, and I enjoy transforming them as well, um, just using my hands.
I love that. I love that. And you made some interesting points around it might be someone's first time or first experience going to a massage therapist and not really understanding their body. Can you just talk a little bit more about if it is somebody's first time going to a massage therapist? Do you have any sort of tips for them?
So with massage, you're the teacher, I'm the student,
Mm.
because everybody's different, right? The body has the ability to heal itself. I'm just a point of contact for God to do that healing in whatever part of you that hurts. So it's just a matter of listening to the body. So when you come in for your um, first massage, I'm going to ask you what areas you want me to pay attention, what areas you don't want me to pay attention, what areas you need me to avoid or focus on. And there's no right or wrong, right? As far as dressing down, you want to dress down to your comfort level. So if your comfort level means keeping your underwear on, you keep it on. If it means you're okay with it coming off, it can come off. Because at the end of the day, I want you comfortable. I want you to feel at peace, right? Because
Mm.
if you're not comfortable, you're going to tense up in the service, and it defeats the purpose. So I listen to you. I do pay attention to areas that you tell me and areas you don't want, but I also listen to your body. The body talks. We
Yeah.
just don't listen, right?
Mm.
And um, with the session, there's no right or wrong either, because some people want complete silence. Others, they'll talk throughout the whole service, right? And if they talk, I let them talk because they'll talk themselves to sleep. So I just, I flow with whatever they're doing. So um, there's no right or wrong in a massage. It's just whatever you expect, you want to communicate. So communication in any relationship is the key, right? So in order to get a great massage, you got to communicate what you want, because you may think you want a deep tissue, but when I feel you, your body's so tense, it can only take a light pressure, right? Or vice versa. You thinking, oh, I just want a Swedish massage, but your body's allowing me to come in. So it's just more or less, communicating throughout the service.
I love that. And obviously, we're not even in the same room, but even the way that you were describing it, I was feeling really relaxed and already comfortable. So I know that you are amazing at the work that you do, and you are touched and anointed by God. So that's great, Sabine. Um, Gasline,
Yes,
You
ma'am.
talked, this is like the second or third time I've heard you mention about alopecia, especially, and obviously, in our community, in the Black community, because of the chemicals and et cetera that we put in our hair, many of us do suffer from alopecia. Can you just talk a little bit? And that can be embarrassing. People have shame around it. They feel unattractive because of it, obviously,
They
because our
do.
hair is so integral into the ways that we see ourselves and the way that people see us. Can you talk a little bit about the work that you do with people who are suffering with alopecia?
So with alopecia, basically the follicles, the hair does not grow back. We have holes in our skin where your hair produces and come out from the follicles, right? In the cuticles. Once that hair disappears, it's bald. And you may see the hole, but the hole might be closed. You might not see any pores. That's what it is, pores. And so, unfortunately, some women, their hair cannot grow back. But then there's hope. But because they don't do research, they don't learn, they don't. And sometimes you can go to a dermatologist, they can tell you they're going to save you, spend all this money, and nothing helps. It's all about learning the products that will work for your skin because everybody's skin is totally different. Getting some quality extension, not extension, sorry, essential oils, 100% pure, like peppermint oil, but you want to dilute it with castor oil, lavender, eucalyptus, what is it? Coconut oil. Some people are allergic to coconut oil. So you got to do what works for you. Dilute it a little bit with the peppermint or tea tree oil. And you want to stimulate your scalp. So this is where my sister and I kind of correlate in our business when it comes to massage. Your hair, your scalp, you have to massage it. And people don't understand the value. They think go in the salon, rush, quick. No, you have to take your time. You got to get that little 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If you can even do it at home, you have to sit under the dryer and no more than an hour. Some people be trying to overnight it, but then what you do, you damage the cuticles of your hair. You lose the porosity of your hair. And, it defeats the purpose and the elasticity of the hair. But women with alopecia, sometimes it comes from the medication, like my sister mentioned with my mom. This is where I started doing more research in learning how to make wigs to help women in that area and people with cancer. So the treatments that and these doctors know. What was her name? Something Presley. She's a congresswoman or something of that nature in New York. She wanted a law. There you go. And she wanted the lawmakers to pass a bill for the insurance companies because they know these doctors are causing the hair losses within Black and white Hispanics. It needs to change, so they can be able to purchase wigs because it's expensive. It's not cheap. Yeah, you could go on Amazon, but is it made to fit your natural head? And she's seen the difference. That's what made the client say, you know what, I'm buying a wig from you because, oh my gosh, I can see the significance up here. Yeah, it might have fit around the perimeter, but then you still got this gap because it's not made specifically for your head. So this is where I come in at. I measure your head. And it was crazy. My wig fit her head. I didn't even know that it would not actually fit. I thought it was going to be too big or too small or whatever, and it fit perfect. So I said, now I know you're probably slightly bigger than me, but I know exactly how to make your wigs just by the fitting or whatever. But yeah, women go through hair loss and it's sad. Some people are embarrassed. You can't even go to a local store and try them on. Some of them will charge, I mean, not charge you, but they have a zero return policy. So once you put it on, that's it. But the problem is, it's not custom made to your head.
I love that. And so, one of the reasons I asked you both to come here is because you're sisters and you're sisters who are doing work together. You are entrepreneurs. How do you support one another and keep each other motivated through any sort of challenges, etc.?
Go ahead, Sabine.
Well, so I promote my sister all the time because right now I'm wearing one of her wigs now. So I kind of do a demonstration where I kind of take it that pull it back a little bit and let them know, look, my sister does hair and you know it's custom made and it's quality hair And my sister has this unique ability with her hands. She just passes her hands one time to do the hair, and she'll be able to tell you if it's fake or not. And I'm like, I don't have that gift. I'm not anointed for it. Like if somebody could fool me with hair, but they can't fool her. She has an ability, a unique ability to be able to touch the hair and know what type of hair it is. So yeah, we just promote each other back and forth. Um, Anytime I see someone who can, get their use some hair, I let them know. Who does your hair? All my clients go to her.
I love that.
So yeah,
That's great.
and vice versa. Yeah, we support even when it
vice
comes to
versa. Yeah,
being in cohorts and stuff of that nature. If we have assignments and stuff we need to be doing, it's like, did you get it done? What are you doing? Let's go. Like, so we push each other, even if we
correct.
ready, but we push each
Yeah,
other.
we ready to fight too.
Yeah.
That's that sisterly love.
She's like a little big sister that thinks she runs the show. And I'm like, we're not running anything. There's no race. There's no nothing. Just, we're good. We're good. But she thinks I'm the bully, and I'm not. It's
The strong,
disciplinary.
strongly motivator.
There you go.
Strongly motivator.
Oh my God. So, what made you all decide that entrepreneurship was the path for you?
Well, my sister was always the entrepreneur. Like, um, since we were kids, she was always independent. For me, I don't mind working for people, but at this point, I'm ready to start my own and train others to do the same.
Mm,
So I feel like entrepreneurship found me versus me looking for it. Um, but I guess it's engraved in us to naturally take ownership, because at the end of the day, even when I was working for other people, um, I gravitated toward leadership. So it it was natural.
yeah. I love that. And so you said you're ready to really, or entrepreneurship found you, and you're like really, you feel ready now to like 100% embrace the entrepreneurial journey. Um, what was that defining moment, or was there a defining moment where you were like, you know what? Yeah, it's time. It's 100% go.
So when I was teaching, right, I kind of felt the inclination like the Lord was telling me, "Oh, Sabine, it's time to go," right? But I loved it so much, I wasn't trying to go, right? And so the pandemic happened. So it was like, "Okay, Lord, I hear you
Loud and clear.
loud and clear." And then my sister, she already had Lavish Touches hair and spa, right? And so she was doing everything from the beginning, 2015. And she was like, the name of the business is Lavish Touches Hair and Spa. I've been doing the hair part. The spa part is you. So you need to carry yourself, right?
Hmm.
So I was listening because with the pandemic, 20 years ago, I was the first graduating class at Miami Dade. And I remember when we had to do bodies that I was doing chair massages at different locations, whether it's the police station, the hospitals, the school system, right? And so I was like, you know what? Essential workers, they keep throwing that word around. These people are gonna be burnt out. They gonna need a massage, right? They're gonna be overworked. And so I was like, you know what? I could do chair massages, right? So that woke me up, and then we started taking these cohorts and stuff. But even when we took the cohorts, I promise you, it's been 3 years since the pandemic. I can say I have my CEO hat on now, but prior to that, I still was wearing an employee hat on. Like I was still thinking like an employee versus thinking as an owner, right? So that hat is totally off. I can't go back.
I love that. Well, welcome to your CEO hat. Yes, and you're wearing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Gasly, what about you?
So for me, like she mentioned, the lavish touches. For me, entrepreneurship was in me since a little girl. I was bossy. I was bossy. I'm
Boss.
not gonna lie. I was bossy. I don't care if you
Okay,
was
so
older
maybe
than me.
Sabine is
I
right. You're
was,
a little boss bully.
yeah. So I don't care if you was older than me. I was always telling you what to do. And we were raised like it was just me and my sister. We didn't have no little kids unless we went to our cousin's house. But we were always around older people, so we can have dialogues with older people and stuff of that nature. But for me, leadership came from listening to my mom sometimes when she's on the phone with her friends and I'm hearing her giving advice. And some reason I had that trait as well. I don't care if you was big, fat, ugly, skinny, pretty, whatever. If there was somewhere where I can align you and motivate you, encourage you, that's something I would do. So that's a part of being a leader. If I worked with someone, I was always stopping what I'm doing to guide that person, what you can do better. I never seen anyone as a threat or a competition. So for me, that's where entrepreneurship started from a little kid. God placed it in me. Me and my dad used to battle. Oh my God, especially while I was working in the flea market, 2006. I never forget. You need to go to school for nursing because I took it in high school. I just never took my state board. Took it again after high school. Still didn't take the state board. So me and my dad would battle. You need to be a doctor. You need to, and you can eventually get your own clinic. I said, but that's not what the Lord gets something me to do. I want to do hair. How you getting mad? Because this is what I want to do. Like I would cry to him. So he finally listened and he said, you know what? Then go to school for it. That's what you do. Go to school for it. And I could have been a salon owner. I held myself back. I felt like I wasn't ready yet and XYZ. And to me, I want to do everything step by step. And I think that's the reason why I didn't do the nursing because with the CNA, becoming an RN, you had to go step by step. And the CNA part for me just was a no. Like I'm too prissy for that. So it's a no. But I love entrepreneurship. You have financial freedom. You get to set your schedule how you want, which I wasn't doing that first. It happened after the pandemic. Thank God for the pandemic. It woke me up sincerely, wholeheartedly. But I'm grateful to get up and go. And that was another thing I noticed. I wasn't a morning person as a child. I would book these 7 o'clock appointments or 9 o'clock appointments, and my dad come. How you gonna book somebody and they here waiting for you? Come on, you can't. So that's when I knew. Yeah, entrepreneurship is for me. I need to be my own boss, so I don't have to be told what to do.
I love that. So I want to go back to Lavish Touches Hair and Spa. So that's you. You originally started that in 2015 or 16. Um, and you knew the spa part was, so did you know that the spa part was always going to be your sister? Like,
Mhm.
did you just automatically, you're like, I won't get her to be a part of this eventually. She doesn't know it, but she's going to be
Correct.
here.
Doesn't know it, but yeah. And then not just her, I had a cousin who moved to Cali. She did makeup. She went to Beauty School of America. So I just seen a trio, a family thing where we operate, and then it goes from one location to multiple locations, from Florida to wherever God blesses us for it to go. But she wound up moving to Cali. My sister was doing her own thing. Like she said, she was wearing the hat of an employee, and I kept telling her, "This ain't you no more. You need to be a CEO. You got the boss
Mm,
vibes, but you're scared. Get out that scarce mentality. I understand you walking in faith and everything, but you got to show God you walking in faith as well. You got to trust the process as you go. And me, I was the type when I was young. I had that I don't care attitude. It is what it is. I'm gonna give it a shot. If it don't work out, oh well. But then as an adult, I realize now I worry and care about even if someone had to say something. Like, no, if you just get up and move according, because that divine intuition always kicks in. God places things in our heart, but sometimes me, self-sabotaging or imposter syndrome, we hold ourselves back from achieving certain things because we go to overthinking. And it's like, no, it came to your heart and your mind because God put it there so you can prosper, so you can help somebody else. But we're too busy holding ourselves back, overthinking, and that's what we need to stop doing, overthinking. But I'm grateful for Lavish Touches Hair and Spa Inc. I remember during our cohort process, we're still in cohorts, and I met this banker, and she says to me, "I don't see how you two can work. I don't see this being something that collides together. And I was like, you don't see that. I said, but you wait. And that motivated me to go even harder. I said, listen, they don't see it now, but we're going to have a salon. We're going to have that spa. Everything's going to prosper the way it's supposed to. God placed it there. And yeah, she made me more hungry. I said, I'm going to show you.
I
Yeah.
love that. Love that.
Mhm.
That's right.
That's my job.
Um, so you guys are always pouring out into the community, pouring into your clients, making sure that people are feeling good in their bodies, with their hair, how they look, how they feel, motivating. How do you guys take
Mhm.
care of yourselves? What's your self?
Well, I have
I
other
can.
therapists that I barter with. So I'm a barter queen.
I love
I'm gonna get my massage or facial. So yeah, much needed. A therapist needs a therapist.
I love that.
And my sister, she stay getting her
For
nails
me, it
done.
happened,
She not gonna not get her hair done. Your nails.
man, because you're standing on your feet all day, you're doing hair, so you got to get a massage. So, and that's what
Yeah.
women need to realize, men as well. Self care is very important. It releases the stress. I even at one point was exercising a lot, watching how I eat, which I still
Mm,
do, but I have my cheating days. I just mindful, but listening to calm music to keep it going. But that's what I tend to do. But making sure that your nails, if you're a hairstylist, barber, you got to go get massages. Release those toxins out of your body.
I love that. I love that. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. But before we do, where can people find you?
See?
Well, for me, I'm on Instagram, Lavish Touches Massage, and my LinkedIn profile. I'm working on everything else. I'm not tech savvy like that, so working on a digital presence. So as soon as that comes up, I'll let everybody else know.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. And we will also have these contact information in your show notes as well. Okay. And Gasline?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Threaded by Lavish, or Lavish Touches Hair Spa. On TikTok, Lavish Touches Hair Spa. YouTube, Threaded by Lavish Touches. LinkedIn, I have the link down below. You can just check that out, Threaded by Lavish. And if you want to give me a call and do a consultation or something of that nature, 786-234-9515, located inside of the Chair Barbershop in Cutler Bay.
Love it. My God, Gasline, Sabine, thank you both so much for being on the show. I'm so happy to celebrate you all as Black women owned founders and businesses. You are doing amazing work, not only for the community here in South Florida, but just all across. People are getting to learn about people's global and business and entrepreneurial journey. Thank you for sharing your love and your wisdom, and for always pouring back into the community. We appreciate you. Until next time, peace.